classify this film as a PG for parental guidance. Some scenes may be unsuitable for young children.
Here it comes. They're both in the car. Repeat, both.
Hello?
Melanie, where the hell have you been?
Stuart, where are you? Are you in the car?
I'm on my way home. I've been trying to get you. Something's happened.
What is it?
Something's happened to my parents. My mother's dead.
What?
They were shot in a garage. I don't know the details.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
I'll be there in a minute.
Stuart? Stuart? I'll call Dr. your friend, Cole.
No, I'll be all right.
Honey, you need to take your heart pills.
I can't believe it. It can't be. We had our fights, but I didn't want this. I didn't want them hurt.
All right, take some deep breaths. Look at me.
I could see it with my father, but my mother. Who on earth would want to hurt my mother? It just doesn't make sense.
It's the kids.
Oh, God. I can't tell them.
I'll do it, Stuart.
You're a good wife, Melody.
I try.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom, can Beth spend the night?
No, I'm sorry, honey. Your friend's gonna have to go home. I really need to talk to all of you.
Bye. Dad's crying, I think.
Never seen him cry before.
I don't get it. What could have happened? You heard Mom. Somebody shot Grandpa Jerry and Grandma Vera last night. They're dead.
Who did it?
Nobody knows. Probably some bad man or robber or someone. We're never gonna see him again. Never saw them anyway. Dad.
Last night,
We know, Dad.
they were your grandparents.
We love you, Dad.
Me too, Dad.
We have each other. We're strong. I love you, kid.
I love you.
I don't know what I'd do without you. Grandma and Grandpa were so proud of you. I don't know who would do such a terrible thing. But we have each other. I'll get it.
Mr. Woodman?
Yes.
Hi, Jack Sully. I know it's late, but could I talk to you for a couple of minutes, please?
Come in.
I'm in charge of investigating the murder of your parents, and I thought you might be able to help.
My wife, Melody.
Oh, ma'am. Well, quite frankly, we haven't made much progress in the investigation yet, but we're working at it. Now, when the murders occurred, I understand that you were having a party here for a
Well, I wouldn't exactly
holiday.
call it a party. Yom Kippur is the holiest day of the year, the Day of Atonement. You pray, you fast, you repent your sins, and then your name is written into the book of life for another year.
We had some friends over at sundown to help us break the fast.
Could I get a list of the guests?
Of course.
Now, Mr. Woodman, I understand that you and your brother Neil were not on the best of terms with your father.
Oh, we had some family difficulties. What family doesn't?
Well, actually, that's not the reason I'm here. It's your father's gambling. Can you tell me who he placed his bets with?
No, I hadn't spoken with him in quite some time.
All right, Mr. Woodman, or Mrs. Woodman, can you think of anyone at all, who might have had a reason to harm your parents?
No!
Well, I won't bother you anymore tonight. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, there was one more thing. The lady's name, what was her name? Sybil Michelson. I believe she was a relative. She told us you called her a few days before Yom Kippur, before your parents were killed. Do you remember that?
No.
She said that you called and wanted to know where your mother was going to be that evening.
No, she must be mistaken.
What about this thing we read in the paper? Something about ninja warriors?
Well, they wore black hooded sweats, and that's all I can tell you right now. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Who are you calling?
Neil, I'll be right up. What?
Did you call Sybil?
Why would I call Sybil? For God's sake, Melody, give me some air. Stop hovering over me.
I'm trying to be supportive,
Look,
Stuart.
my nerves are all stretched.
Well, what about mine?
They weren't your parents.
You're right, I'm sorry.
I'm starving. Would you get me a sandwich, please?
People are staring.
Relax.
We shouldn't be here.
They're still my parents.
Good morning, sir. Your name?
Stuart Woodman, my wife Melody, and our children.
I don't see...
They're my parents.
Would you excuse me for a second?
Why don't we just sit down?
Just wait.
What are they gonna do, throw us out?
Mr. Woodman, would you mind sitting in the back? Some of the other family members feel it would be best.
Fine.
Neil.
Hi.
Looks like baby brother Wayne gets to sit in the family section.
For everything, there is a season. A time for every experience under heaven. Time to be born. And a time to die. Time to plant. A time to uproot what is planted. Time to tear down.
Some families are bound by love.
Time to build up.
Some are bound by hate. 7 years ago, I realized I married into a family bound by hate.
I love this marble. Why don't you redo your kitchen? Oh, I don't know. Stuart doesn't want all the fuss.
Oh, you're clever, my dear. Pick your moment. You won't be able to resist.
Like when he's winning at blackjack?
Exactly. Just remember, it's the woman who makes the man.
Vera, do you ever resent the time Gerald spends gambling when he could be with you?
Men aren't saints, Melody. Better gambling than women. You know, Gerald's never had an affair. Always too busy with Lady Luck. Now, can you take this to the table, please? Sure.
All right, kids, come on. Time to eat. Let's go.
No, come on. They're having fun. Let them stay in.
Here's chicken, hot off the grill. Gerald?
Great. No skin, no calories, no cholesterol. Vera marinates them in her own special sauce.
Can't we have hamburgers? Don't be rude.
She's right. We're not on diets. A nice, juicy hamburger wouldn't hurt for a change. So, what do you hear from Wayne?
I don't wish to discuss business at home.
Not business. What's his plans?
Don't press me.
I'm asking about my brother.
What law schools is he applying to?
None.
How's that?
He's just not going.
Since when?
I don't know.
I thought that's why he went back east, so he could study to be our attorney.
He's graduating from Duke in June, and he's coming into the business.
As what?
Partner, of course.
With no experience?
He'll lend us a little class. He's the smartest one of the lot of you, the only one who went to college.
You don't learn the plastics business in school. You learn by putting in time on the floor.
I said
and
I
eating a payroll.
didn't wish to discuss business.
Who wants more chicken?
Oh, I would, Vera. Thanks.
Oh, I'm finished. Let's roll the dice.
Okay. I'm gonna hit this hard.
Come on,
Six.
Stuart.
Give me the
Come on,
six.
Stuart.
Six.
Hey, you crapped out. Come on, Melody, it's your turn. Come over here.
No, thanks. Not today.
What's the matter? All of a sudden you disapprove?
No, I'm not a gambler. It's not my vice.
She shops. That's enough. Give me the dice. Okay, I'm coming
I
out.
know that.
All right,
Yeah.
now. 10. 10's
All right,
my
let's
number.
go. Let's
Okay,
go. Yeah.
give me the dice. Okay, I'm coming out.
Tattletale,
All right.
Mommy, Ian took the ball and won't give it back.
Give me the dice. Okay, I'm coming out.
Oh, come on now. We have to play fair. Everybody gets a turn. You have it for 5 minutes, and then you give it back to Ian, okay?
Come on, you pressing the 10?
I told you I wasn't pressing the 10.
No, you didn't.
I wouldn't let it ride on that.
Of course you would. You're a moron.
Darling, don't yell at him in front of his wife.
I'm not yelling. I'm just excited. He's playing like a baboon. Sorry. That's an insult to baboons.
Maybe we should go.
Oh, please, not yet. We haven't eaten our dessert yet.
Sorry, Mom. JC, Ian, come on, we're going. Come on, kids, say goodbye to Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, look at that face. Is that ugly? The ugliest face you ever saw.
He's joking. Would he say it if it were true?
All right, let's go. It's time to go home.
Goodbye.
Come on, we have to go. Let's go.
Goodbye, kids.
Bye.
What's the matter? What did I do?
Did you hear what he said about Wayne coming in as a partner?
Stuart, don't
Give
let
us
it bother
class.
you.
I could kill him.
Melody. Oh, Susan. Oh. It was so awful. I don't know what to say.
No, you don't have to say anything. It just means a lot to me that you were here.
I love you.
Bye. Don't you think we ought to go to the gravesite?
No. We paid our respects.
I'll get the numbers as they leave. Right. Okay.
You... How could you do this? Your own parents.
What are you talking about, Sonia?
You know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows how you hated them.
Please, Sonia, just leave us alone.
He hated them. He wanted them dead.
She's crazy. She's always been crazy. Get in the car. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go.
He wanted them dead.
I miss Pop not being here.
Oh, you know he wanted to be here. Since he's been sick, he can't fly, and the doctor said the car trip from Arizona is just too hard for him.
I know. Awful lot of no-shows. I feel bad for Ian.
People are definitely staying away in droves.
Honey, that's not very tactful.
They're not friends, that's all.
Don't let it bother you, Melody. You know how people are. They love to gossip about tragedy, but nobody wants to be around for it when it happens.
The press won't leave us alone, and they keep trying to involve Stuart, so who knows what people believe.
You believe in your husband. That's all that matters. You can hold your head up high.
Isn't that what I've been telling you? Who cares what anybody says?
Ian, you have no idea how much pleasure you've given to your mother and me tonight. We're pleased and we're proud. Over the past 2 months, you have been exposed to tragedy, and you have handled it with dignity. You've seen what happens when family members die, and things were not good between them. You've seen me anguish over knowing I can never make it right. And you have stood by me as a son, as a man, and as my best friend. Real family is a rare thing. Real family are people who stand behind you during bad times as well as good. Your real family is smaller now. And we must accept that as God's will. Tonight, I am filled with gratitude that God has given you to us. We love you, son.
Oh, this is another felony for you, Dominguez. You won't be getting out this time.
I want to talk. Downtown.
What kind of punk like you deal us?
The ninja murders.
What about him?
I was the lookout.
Usually I like to have bread after my meal, you know.
Especially of the month. Bananas Foster.
Bananas Foster.
Great.
Now the question is, whipped cream or ice cream?
Both.
Neither for me.
Oh.
No, nothing.
I got a little room left. Well, give me a little extra.
No more?
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Oh, please.
There we go.
Give me extra ice cream, too.
More ice cream?
Yeah, yeah. Give me a lot of ice cream.
Want it all?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Do you have any sprinkles for this?
I can look in the back for you, Stu.
It's fruit. How could it hurt? I love bananas.
Enjoy.
My time.
Thanks. It's so nice us all being together again.
Lou's been real busy lately.
Yeah, right. Busy.
Stuart, don't.
Okay, then. Look, how about we all go to Vegas over spring vacation? We take the kids. Valley's grand. Here we come.
I'm sorry, Stuart. Susan and I made other plans for spring vacation. We're gonna go camping.
Camping?
We just don't feel that Vegas is the proper environment for kids.
You mean you don't want your kids hanging around us anymore, isn't that right?
Susan didn't say that.
Don't tell me what she said. I heard her loud and clear. And I heard you, too. I know you've been avoiding me. I know what you've been saying behind my back.
I don't believe I care for dessert.
Coming.
Good riddance.
I need to lose a few pounds anyway.
Yeah. I suppose you'd like to do something like camping out, too, huh?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I would.
You know how long you'd last roughing it? Until your hair got messed.
Excuse me.
You can't find lingerie in the woods.
Hey, Mel, how about a song?
No, not tonight, Phil.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's too bad, because you're quite good.
Thanks.
As a matter of fact, anytime you need a job, just let me know.
Really?
Yeah.
Lay off. She's my wife.
What's that got to do with it?
My wife don't work. Put the bill on my tab. Ben is a nice guy, I know that, but I don't like it when you're in here flirting, I'll tell you that. I just don't like it. What's going on? What's going on? Excuse me, don't point that gun. What are you doing?
Put your head behind your back.
You can't do it. You're making him a mistake. What the hell is going on?
I said shut up!
Well, you can't do this.
You're under arrest, Mr. Woodman. Read him his rights.
You have the right to remain
What are you
silent.
doing to my
You
husband?
stay out
You
of
give
it.
up the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law.
Stuart?
You have the right to speak to an
Stuart?
attorney.
Call a lawyer.
Have the attorney present during questioning.
Stuart?
Call a lawyer, Melody. Call a lawyer!
Is there anything I can do to help, Melody?
You can't make calls now. Beat it, buddy.
Where are they taking my husband?
Your husband and his brother Neil are under arrest.
For what?
For the murder of their parents.
Oh, you've got to be.
I'm not kidding, and we have a warrant to search your house.
Is there any more doing boxes in the back? Check that side. So far. Stuff in here.
arrested your father.
Are they crazy?
Dad didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, they're treating him like he's a common criminal, and Stewart is not a criminal.
He is, according to an informant they picked up. A petty hoodlum who says he was hired to help carry out the murder for the Woodman brothers.
For Stu and Neil? That's impossible. You don't believe that, do you?
Look, it's not my job to judge your husband. It's my job to defend him.
But I'm telling you the truth. My husband would never do such a thing. Never. When can I see him?
I'll arrange it.
Come on, guys, give us a break. Here we go. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm a pimp. I get paid. I'm a lover. You understand what I'm saying?
Leventhal to see Woodman.
Go ahead, you know where it is.
Melody, how can you do this to me? They took my watch. What time is it? Is it still light out?
It's only 1 o'clock.
When do I get out?
We're not sure. I'm Hal Leventhal, Stu. Your wife has asked me to represent you.
I'll never last here.
Well, it's a special circumstance case.
What does that mean?
Hired killers lying in wait. The law requires a bail hearing.
Hired killers?
They've gotten a confession from one of the hitmen, Michael Dominguez. He's turned state's evidence against the Homick brothers. I think you know them?
Homicks? We do business with them. They killed my mother and father.
It looks that way.
But why? And what's that got to do with Neil or me?
Your brother sent a $30,000 wire transfer to the Homicks.
That was a loan so they could open a store.
The police say that it was payment for the killing.
God, I swear I had nothing to do with this.
Okay, Stu. You take it easy and try to get some rest. I'll come and see you in the morning.
Nell, no matter what anybody says, it's plain crazy to think I had anything to do with this. You just don't kill your parents, no matter how they've treated you.
No physical contact. Remove your hands. Come on, let's go. Mrs. Woodman? Mrs. Woodman, I'm with Dad from News Channel 3. Can I get a statement? Come on, Mrs. Woodman, did he do it? Did he do it, Mrs. Woodman?
You're the wrong man. My husband is innocent. I love him, and I'm behind him 200%.
Okay, we're going to release a statement this afternoon. Thank you for now. Okay. Hey, Mr. Leventhal, when will the indictment be held? Don't come in with that. Excuse me. I'm trying to get paid here.
I met Stewart when I was 19. My parents thought I was too young, but they liked him. He was from a good family. He had a good heart. And he already had a place in the world.
You mean he had money?
On our first date, he took me to see the family business, Manchester Products. They made extruded plastic. I didn't know what that was, but I was impressed. Then he took me to meet his family. Their house was like a palace. I mean, I was comfortable, but he was rich. The Woodmans had the best of everything. The best doctors, the best food. And they even had a family jeweler who sold us our engagement rings. And the diamonds had to be big.
I'm impressed.
I guess that was the point. We were married by the family rabbi in Gerald's study. They bought us our first home and sent the family decorator to furnish it.
That could turn a girl's head.
I got pregnant with Ian right away. around when he was born, they sent the family nurse, Minnie, to stay with us. Minnie took care of all the Woodman babies.
Nice.
You know what? I loved it. Felt like the commoner who had married a prince. But eventually I did begin to realize there was a problem with Stuart's gambling.
Where did he gamble? At the track?
We were there so often it was like a second home. Stuart bet big. And we were treated like royalty.
They come into the prolonged hall and the Senator is between horses. Mark the mark at the rail. And here comes Lizzie Bowe like an express train.
We are winners. We are winners. Let's parlay the $4 on the next race.
Don't forget my bet.
Lizzie Bowe. Lizzie Bowe. Lizzie Bowe, give me yours. Okay, we'll sign for Uncle Sam. Thank you, Lizzie Bowe. Any opinion on this?
I'm gonna leave it up to you. Pick Lizzie Bowe.
Zulu Zeta's running in this.
What'd they score?
40 large. Why don't you say hello? I'm gonna find out who they are.
Zulu Zeta, yeah. That's a great long shot.
Excuse me. I'm Robert Hommick. Can I buy you guys a drink?
Plastics. You could do real good with some help.
We already did.
That new hotel downtown, all the ceiling panels are ours.
Well, if we can ever help you out, let us know.
Hommick Security, what do you handle?
Security and collections.
We've been everywhere for everybody. But Vegas is where we live.
That's where all the connections are.
Sure.
Well, enjoy your evening. My brother and I have some business to attend to.
But remember, we're just a phone call away. Anything you need, even if it's just getting a bet down, we can get that down for you.
Thanks.
Red X in the third.
Who are those guys?
Maybe we'll put him to work for Manchester.
Doing what?
Well, we have had some problem with collections.
I didn't like the Hommicks much. I didn't know what they were talking about. I never had anything to do with Stuart's business. And I certainly didn't know that they were petty crooks, and Stuart didn't either.
A jury could find that hard to believe.
What are you doing? I don't need a lawyer who wants to plant doubt.
Melody.
I believe in my husband, Hal. I love him.
Everybody's got something to hide. I just prefer that it came out in private instead of in court.
Stuart and I don't have any secrets from each other.
Let's go back to his relationship with his parents. Tell me more about the way it was between them.
We used to see them every Sunday. Sometimes at our house, but usually at theirs.
Who do you like?
I like the Rams.
Well, I prefer the 49ers. Better C note?
You're on.
Oh, did I tell you? I'm taking out insurance on your mother. $500,000. And the beneficiary is Manchester Products.
No. Why?
Well, in case something should happen to us, we'd like the business to go to you three boys. The insurance money will go to the kids.
Have you thought about the proposal Neil and I made?
Not interested.
Why?
Look, you know what our debt is. $4 million. It's not a time to bring out a new product.
No, this is the perfect time, especially if we're going to survive.
Survive? Are you kidding? I've been on top for 40 years.
Have you looked at the numbers?
I asked Wayne to do it.
Wayne? What the hell does he know?
He's got more sense than you. The answer is no.
You can't say no without looking at it.
Listen, you little ingrate. I'm the one who built this business and handed it to you on a platter.
What? I put my life into this business since I was 18.
I made you. I'm the one who decides what we will or will not do.
Stuart,
It's hopeless.
just gotta calm down. It's not worth making yourself sick over.
Yeah. You're right. I gotta get him out of my life.
I gotta get him out of my life?
Are you sure he actually said that?
Stuart might say something like that, but he'd certainly never do it. I know him.
Point taken.
They're always saying that,
Hi.
No, I have to go, really. I'll see you. I'll call you.
Hi. Hi. It's good to see you.
Joni says to say hello.
Joni could have come over and said hello herself.
Well, they're just all in a big hurry. There's a makeup demonstration starting in 15 minutes. Facelift in a bottle. Nobody knows what to say about Stuart getting arrested.
Well, you could say that you don't believe that Stuart would possibly do such a terrible thing. Susan. Look, why don't you tell Joni and my other friends that I don't miss them at all. And that goes for you, too.
Like, it has this, I don't know, it's kind of expensive, though. It's like $50.
See that guy over there? He's asking about you.
Black vest?
Yeah. Oh, Mom's looking for you.
Forget it, he's coming over.
Hey, JC.
How'd you know my name?
I heard some people talking. It's stuck in my mind like that girl's name in that movie, The Old Boys.
The Last Picture Show?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom loved that movie. We've seen it 100 times.
You want to see one with me?
I can't.
Then let's take a walk.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm telling you how I feel. Read it when you get home.
You're crazy.
JC,
I'll catch you later.
we've been waiting. What are you doing with the cigarette? Put that out.
Such a drag.
Excuse me. Who was that? Chuck. Well, isn't he a little old for you? Where does he live?
I have no idea.
What's that on your shirt? He wrote on your shirt. JC is beautiful. JC is beautiful. JC,
guys, let's go. Come on.
Look, Melody, I'm sorry you're tired of digging around in the past. But if you don't, Stuart's not going to have much of a future.
But Hal, you keep asking me the same questions. I don't know anymore. I've told you everything I can remember that I think is important.
Do you want the prosecution to have information I don't have? Just dig around a little bit deeper. If anything comes up, put it on tape for me, okay?
Okay. Bye. Okay, Hal. Let's see. Stuart liked everything big. Big houses, big cars, big spending. And he liked to gamble. And that's all he ever thought about. Really didn't have time for anything else. And eventually, I stopped feeling lonely and settled for things. Stuart preferred it that way.
Smooth, huh?
Like a cloud. I love the smell of leather. So who should we call?
Dial the sports line for me, will you? 555.
1313. I'd know it in my sleep. How many games you bet on today?
20. Harry Stu, put $2 grand on the Rams and take the points. Thanks. I'll be right back. Just going to see somebody. Right back. All right. Won't be long.
win? He always wins.
But he didn't always win. Not with his father, not with Gerald.
I hear you bought a $100,000 car.
That's absolutely untrue. It's $150,000.
How do you plan to pay for it?
Every month.
Oh, that's excellent, because I've inaugurated a new policy to produce more revenue. You're going back out on the road, and Neil is taking over production.
Dad, we've been over this. I can do just fine from here. Sales are up, aren't they?
Yeah, but just think how much higher they would be if you got up off your ass.
I put in more time than anyone, including the brilliant Wayne.
There is no substitute for meeting the client in person, and that means travel. End of story.
Well, then let Wayne go. He's not married. He makes the same dough as we do, and he's never been out there.
It is not his job.
Well, it's not going to be like that.
The hell it's not. You're on a plane tomorrow, or you're out in the street.
Melanie! Kids, come on, we're going home.
As I remember it, Stu and Neil held a strategy meeting. We met at Ben's restaurant. Stuart let me come, but I was expected to keep quiet, act like I wasn't there. That's what Stuart wanted a lot of the time. An invisible wife.
He wants me on the road 3 out of 4 weeks.
That's crazy.
Why don't I see the kids?
Well, couldn't you make a compromise? Just go on the road for 1 week?
This isn't about traveling.
It's about Wayne.
He wants Stu out of the way so he can have control.
When I'm around, we're deadlocked. Nothing gets done. 2 against 2, nobody wins.
Maybe Dad will retire?
Dream on. Unless... What if we offered to buy him out?
Irreconcilable differences? The money. Could we swing it?
Borrow it. This is brilliant. This is the way to go.
I didn't realize it. And maybe Stu didn't either. But as far as Gerald was concerned, it would be a declaration of war.
Can't make the shot.
You're a great golfer. Forget what happened up to now. Every hole is a fresh start.
But I can't.
But nothing. Now take a deep breath. Come on, close your eyes. Remember how it feels to hit a perfect shot. Good. Now let's go do it.
It's Grandpa. Who's that with him?
Our accountant.
Buy me out? Are you out of your bloody mind?
We're offering you $2 million, a generous offer. What do you think, Stanley?
The price is fair.
Manchester is not for sale.
And Mr. Woodman, it's a great tribute to your success. Your own children
I
want to
would rather it burnt to the ground than turn it over to these no-counts. I'm stopping your salary as of today.
He's firing you?
He can't.
Stuart, what will you do?
He's not going to win this time.
Stu was angry. I'm not sure how I felt. By that time, I wasn't feeling much. Hey, Ben.
How are you?
Your wife didn't tell me you were selling the house. Of course, I haven't seen her for a while.
Well, she wasn't snubbing you. She's been busy. Having an affair, it turns out.
Oh, Ben. I'm sorry.
Don't be. She's gone. Moved to Santa Fe. Took my kid with her. You know, one person rattling around that house just doesn't make it. She even took the dog.
Where will you go?
There's a couple of rooms over the restaurant. So how you doing?
It's tough.
Well, you hang in there, okay? If you need a friend, you know where to find me.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Morgan says he's not going back to school.
Sorry, Melody. There's nothing I can do about the publicity.
I don't care about it for me. It's just so hard on the kids.
It's a big case. It's a controversial case. Can't put a gag on the media.
Well, then the sooner we prove Stuart is innocent, the better off we're all going to be.
Yes, well, it's not that simple. The prosecution's going to be leaning on his relationship with the Harmon brothers. According to my sources, Stuart was deeply in debt. And he was gambling with the Homicks in an attempt to pay it off.
He's 26.
You guys are the best. Here's your percentage.
What about the books, too?
How much do we owe?
18.5. Here's a note. It's due next week.
We need 75 grand. Can you help us?
Just a chunk, not the whole deal.
What do we do about the rest?
Refinance the houses.
Bank says no more. Only thing left is the withholding tax. That's not due to the end of the quarter.
It's not enough.
We got no choice after what we dropped at the table. We're in deep.
We'll turn it around.
Sometimes I wonder whose side you're on.
Well, if you'll forgive me, Melody, I think I know more about doing my job than you do. Part of my job is to stay a step ahead of the prosecution. You see, I've got one thing they don't have.
What's that?
I've got you. But you've got to be on my side. I need to know everything you know. Melody, we're running out of time.
I remember the night we were served. Partly because of what happened with Ian. Ian? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Hi, Ian. What is it, son? You have to tell us or we can't help you.
You'll be bad.
Hey, you're my best buddy.
I was over at Kevin's. His older brother was having a poker game.
Yeah?
We asked if we could play. I kept bugging him in. They lost all my allowance I've been saving.
How much?
$45.
What? You shouldn't be playing for money like that. Where were his parents?
Out somewhere. I'm sorry.
This isn't gonna happen again. Sit down.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna show you how to play so you don't ever get taken again. Ever.
Stuart, this is wrong.
You can't hide him from the world. If his friends are gonna play poker, he's gonna play.
Well, of course he's going to play. You glorify it.
It's between Ian and me. Butt out. Play cards.
Stuart Woodman?
Yes. Somebody is suing us to liquidate the business.
What does that mean?
Take it apart and then sell the pieces.
Why?
Then he could start over without us.
Well, I mean, couldn't you and Neil do the same thing?
I don't want to start over. I want Manchester products as it is.
Okay, all right. Just calm down. It's not worth having a stroke.
How would you describe the atmosphere at Manchester Products?
Outright war. It's impossible to conduct business.
What have revenues been like?
In September, the company suffered a loss of $44,000. That's the largest loss we've ever had in a single month.
Do you see any possibility of healing this rift?
None whatever.
Thank you. Your witness.
Mrs. Woodman, isn't it true that Stuart and Neil Woodman offered to purchase your shares in the company for $2 million?
That is correct.
And you refused?
My husband devoted his life to building this company. He didn't want to see it turned into something of which he couldn't be proud.
Do you recall saying to Neil Woodman that if it was the last thing that you did, you would see him and his family thrown out on the street and living in a $90 apartment?
That is a terrible lie.
Isn't it true? That is what you said to Neil Woodman.
No, it's the most awful lie. He's my son. How can you say that to me when I give him anything, including my life?
I don't understand.
We're buying him out.
For a fraction of what we offered on our own.
The judge ordered Stewart and Neal's pay $675,000 for the business. No liquidation. They get the store.
Let's go eat.
Let's eat.
I'm very hungry.
Stewart was happy. He's always happy when he wins.
Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Oh, grab a chair.
Oh, I wish I could.
Come on, get a glass.
No, Stuart, I'm a little short-handed tonight. Expecting a big night. You just sit here, enjoy.
Thank you.
We'll move to a bigger plant, have a game room installed. You realize we are it. We want to make a new product, we make it. No more fights.
I'll drink to that. Uh-oh.
Don't worry.
I hope she's not going to make a scene.
You must be happy, Stuart.
What can I do for you?
In light of what's happened, we assume you will be canceling the insurance policy on your mother.
No, we're keeping it. She's 65. She won't live forever.
Have you no shame?
It's business, Sonia, and not yours.
I don't understand. What's she talking about?
It's an operating expense. When she dies, the business gets a $500,000. A toast. One day, we'll be rid of him for good.
That's what he said? One day we'll be rid of them for good? From the point of view of the other side, you realize how this adds up. Melody, murderers come in all shapes and sizes, from all walks of life. And there are as many motives as there are victims. The prosecution's going to say that your in-laws were murdered for the insurance money.
I can't do this anymore.
Do what? Fight for your life? You can't keep running, Melody. Come on, I need your help. Okay?
Stewart and Neal own the business now, but the nightmare wasn't over. Gerald wasn't about to give in gracefully, and he didn't fight fair.
My father is starting a business. Direct competition.
What? But he promised not to.
He's doing it anyway. He's doing it anyway. The only way we could stop him is go to court, and that could take years.
Oh, God, I thought all this was over.
Why now? He's 65. He's had a heart attack. There's no chance he can make any dough. He's just doing this to destroy us.
Have you called your lawyer?
He's telling all our customers we're going bankrupt. He tried to hire my staff. We'll break him. I swear. I don't care what it takes. If he sells a panel for 50 cents, we'll sell it for 45.
Dad, I thought you said we're gonna get pizza.
Get in the car. I got a turkey.
Everybody's scoring tonight.
What are you doing here?
I've got good news. I couldn't wait.
What?
We tried more than a year and it finally paid off. We've done it. We put them out of business.
How do you know?
The accountant called. Dad has filed for Chapter 11. They've lost everything, even the house in Bel Air. They are moving into a condo.
They lost the house?
Thank you, dear Lord. Oh!
Stewart was thrilled. He won. Years went by, and he didn't care what had happened to his father. Neither did I. But I still cared about Vera. Hi, Vera.
Ian's grown so much.
Yeah.
JC looks beautiful.
I heard that you lost the house. I'm sorry.
Is Ian getting ready for his bar mitzvah?
Yeah, in May.
I'd like to give him something.
I don't think that would be a good idea.
I'd just like to see them once in a while. It's been so long. Almost 5 years.
I know.
Could you talk to Stuart?
Vera, it wouldn't do any good. You know your son.
Please?
Grandma! Come on, sweetheart. We have to go.
Hi, Grandma.
JC, Ian, let's go.
Can I get you a glass of water?
No, thanks. I'm okay.
Okay, then. Let's go back to the War of the Woodmans.
We had stopped talking to them in 1980. Stuart was adamant about that. And when I told him I'd run into Vera, he was furious. And Gerald was out of the business, but somehow Stuart still blamed him for everything. As I recall, Stuart and Neil were having problems keeping up with the bank loans.
Have your check?
This helps, but we still can't extend funds on new orders.
Why?
You exhausted your credit in that price war.
Well, didn't you hear our father filed Chapter 11?
I did hear that.
Well, there'll be no competition. We'll get twice as many orders.
I understand, but the bank needs substantial payment. $400,000, or we'll have to foreclose. Now, if you excuse me.
Let's go, Stuart. What have we got?
Some suppliers' money, payroll taxes, bupkis.
How the hell are we gonna come up with 400 grand?
Hi, Sybil.
Who is this?
Stuart. We're having some friends in to break the fast on Yom Kippur.
Thank you, but you know where we're going. Well, we always go.
I wasn't sure. Is my mother going to be there?
We hope so. She hasn't been going out lately. She's practically a recluse. But she promised she wouldn't miss the holiday.
Give her my love, Sybil.
Call her, Stuart. Or at least send a card. It's time to patch things up.
I'll think about it. Nice talking to you, Sybil.
That's a story. She's given a statement to the police.
Sybil is lying. He wouldn't have called her. They didn't get along. Or she hates Stuart. I don't know why. You know how it is with relatives. Somebody gets a hate on it, and they forget why, and it just goes on forever.
Okay. And then?
It was the night of Yom Kippur. We had a few friends over to break the fast.
All right, hold it. Have water.
Thanks.
Okay. Get bread. Take 2.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, come on, let's play.
Okay.
Come on, let's play cards.
Lou.
Lou. Hey, kid. Come on, Mo. You ready to lose some money? Neil will play partners.
Here, let's get rid of the watch.
$1 a point, $10 a box, $100.
The party didn't break up until midnight. I had no idea then or afterwards what had happened. From Stuart's behavior, I can't believe he knew any more than I did. Everybody enjoyed it, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I overbought, as usual.
Better to have too much than too little.
What are we going to do with all this food?
Eat it.
couple across the street said that they saw two guys running out of here. Can't make them.
Yeah.
Said that they were all dressed up in black like ninjas.
Ninjas?
Yeah.
I remember the insurance money was paid almost immediately. The claims adjuster called Stewart and Neil and made an appointment.
Good morning.
Good morning.
If you would both sign right here.
We appreciate how you've taken care of this.
We realize that no amount of money can replace a loved one, especially a mother. On behalf of the company, we express our condolences. Thank you. Good day.
Good day.
This will get the bank off our backs, and we're 106 to the good.
Directly after that, I did see the Hummock brothers at Manchester Products.
Mel, you remember Robert and Stephen Hummock?
Sure. So what brings you here?
Oh, we're just passing through.
Get me down for 10 dimes on Notre Dame this Saturday.
Actually, we're opening a record store in San Diego. It's a can't-miss deal, but we need what?
30 large to close.
You looking for a partner?
No, just a loan.
No problem.
Can you wire it to us?
Tomorrow.
Excellent.
Nice to see you again.
Why are you loaning those guys money?
Goodwill. Come on, let's get lunch.
New pen, Mal?
That was the last time I saw the Hummocks.
Well, you weren't the only one there that day.
That was a white Chrysler, California, NBQ 472.
With that information, the pace of Detective Sully's investigation moved into high gear.
Detective Sully, LAPD. You know the Hummock brothers? I don't know the Hummocks. Cut the crap. Too many people saw you with them.
I see him, but I don't know him.
You're on parole, right?
So?
So? I'll give you some so. I got information from the FBI you in Vancouver December 21st. Is that correct? Huh? It's a violation of your parole right off the bat. Now listen to me. If you don't cooperate with me, that violation is going to be the least of your worries. You understand? Did you work the ninja murders?
No way.
All right. We'll do it your way.
Hey, wait a minute. It was a contract. The Hummocks got 30 grand. That's all I know. I had nothing to do with it.
How do you know the Hummocks completed the job?
Steve said when he got back from L.A., we did the old lady and the old man. We put 5 in. Hey, that's all I know.
Hey, watch your head. All right, now, that was the break Sully was looking for. It wasn't enough, but it was a start. Good one. Enough to turn up the heat on Stewart and Neil. Eventually enough to get an indictment.
Enough to get a conviction?
I hope not.
Oh, Mom. You fly in for 2 days and now you're leaving. I miss you already. I don't know why you insisted on calling a taxi.
Save you a little driving. You've got to pick the kids up at the library.
Do you really have to leave tonight?
Oh, honey, I know it's hard for you. You have so much to worry about. But I'm concerned about your father. I don't like leaving him alone.
Well, as soon as they have the bail hearing and Stewart gets out, I'll be able to get there and see Daddy. Will you give him a hug for me?
Oh, I will.
Maybe one day soon, life will get back to something even close to normal.
When do you think that might be?
Well, soon, I hope. Now, if Stewart doesn't get out soon, we're going to have some real financial problems. You know, they froze the accounts when he got arrested. I don't have access to any of his money. I have credit cards, but I can't even make a car payment or a mortgage payment.
Well, Melody, I have some money tucked away.
No, absolutely not. I'll be fine. No, we're gonna be fine. Mom, I really don't want you to worry about this.
Oh, there's my taxi. And you take good care of yourself and those children. If you need me, I'll come back.
I love you, Mom.
I love you, too.
Let me tell Dad I love him.
Mm-hmm. I've got to go now. Okay. No, don't come with me. I'll let myself out. Bye-bye.
Bye. Ben.
Hey, was out walking the dog.
I thought Liz took the dog.
You're right. You know, but if you had a dog, we could take it for a walk.
Well, I don't. But I could use a walk. Best offer I've had all day.
Come on. So how you holding up?
It's like a nightmare. I mean, I had everything. House, husband, kids, status in the community. My phone used to ring off the hook. Now it never rings unless it's a reporter. And I never hear from Susan anymore.
Oh, boy. People are not kind.
I just thought our friends would rally, you know, stand up for us. It's weird. I feel like I suddenly developed leprosy or something.
Well, are the kids okay?
It's hard on them. Their whole world's been disturbed. Really, Stuart was their whole world. Always has been. Still is, I guess. I'm just somebody they have to put up with because I happened to give birth to them.
Oh, no.
No, I never minded it. It's kind of fun being one of the kids. But now, every night before I go to sleep, I think about what it's going to be like when Stuart comes home and this is all over. Then I think, what if that doesn't happen? When you and Liz were together, did it ever cross your mind that she would leave?
Well, maybe that was part of the problem. Because it never crossed my mind.
I mean, how well do you know somebody that you're married to?
I don't know whether two people can ever really know each other, you know?
Well, I better go. I have to pick up the kids.
Okay.
Bye. Casey, what's wrong?
I'm scared to be alone.
Oh, honey.
Is Dad gonna be okay?
Dad's gonna be just fine. You know how he always fixes things?
Will you sleep with me tonight?
Okay, just for tonight. Come on. Oh, come here, sweetie. It's gonna be okay.
Me too.
Okay. All right, everybody try to get some sleep. It's gonna be okay.
Michael Dominguez's confession implicates Stewart.
I never heard of Michael Dominguez, and neither did Stewart.
He was also a convicted felon.
Well, then.
He says he was hired by the Homics.
You expect a jury to believe that?
Well, they can prove the transfer of funds from Stewart and Neal to the Homics.
That was a loan.
What about the phone call they say Stewart made to
Pal, how many times do I have to tell you this? He didn't make that call.
Do you still have the phone bills?
I can check. I may have copies of the bills.
Well, they'd be useful in verifying that the call was never made.
Fine.
And just in case it was made, check and see if there were any calls to the Homics after that.
The kids at school say he did it. I know he didn't. He couldn't have.
Of course he didn't. This is all a big mistake.
All the kids are saying he did. They're being horrible.
I don't want you guys to worry. We're gonna get this cleared up, and then he's gonna be home, okay? Hello? Yes, I'll accept. Stewart?
Yeah, can I talk to the kids?
Yeah, they're right here. All right, hold on. I'm gonna put you on speaker.
Hi, you guys.
Daddy, I miss you. It's not true, Daddy. No matter what all the kids say.
Absolutely not. When I get out, I'll set them straight.
When is that?
Well, the bail hearing's gonna be soon, so you put a smile on your face. Don't let me down now. Soon. Soon. I promise.
Simple.
You have reached the voicemail of Hal Leventhal. To leave a message, press 4, the pound sign, and your number. Your call will be returned.
Hal?
What is it, Melody?
He called Sybil on September 23rd.
Bad news. And the Homics?
No. Hamlet called him.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good news. Could have been a coincidence. Try to get a good night's sleep.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Woodman. The account's been frozen.
I can't cash this?
I'm sorry, we're not allowed to touch these funds.
Well, how am I supposed to live?
Would you like to see the manager?
Look, I've been told about the legalities, but I have a house, I have car payments, I have children. What am I supposed to do?
There's nothing to celebrate. That's when you need champagne and lobsters.
Oh, Ben. This is just so incredibly sweet. What, are you out walking the dog again?
Matter of fact.
Oh.
It's okay. I picked him up at the pound, so I'd have something to walk.
Oh, my Well, you are heavily into taking care of strays.
It's because I'm one myself. So what do? Find each other. I gotta go. Enjoy the goodies.
Ben.
Yeah?
Your house is sold.
A man with no family doesn't need a house. Oh, listen, those lobsters are ready to go. Just warm them up, a little butter sauce. Keep it simple, okay?
Lemon?
If you want it to taste like soul.
Will 500 be enough?
Yeah, thanks, Mom. I know with Dad's bills and everything, this isn't easy, but we will pay you back.
Well, this is just so shocking, Melody. Why won't the bank work with you?
I'm sure Stuart will work something out. And tell Pop I want to come. I really do. Are you sure he's better?
Yes, he'll be coming home from the hospital on Tuesday. He sends you his love, honey.
I love you, Mom. Bye.
The bail hearing for Stuart and Neil is set.
Don't tell me that unless you know it's not going to be delayed again.
I don't think so this time.
So Stuart could be home when?
Next week, if they grant bail.
I don't like that if.
You're not going to like this either. It appears that immediately after his arrest, Neil called the controller at Manchester Products and asked him to destroy evidence.
Manchester Products.
Oh, hi, Stanley.
Neil, are you out?
I've only got a minute, Stan. Have the police been by?
Are you kidding? They're here every day poking around.
Do me a favor?
Absolutely, Neil. Anything.
There's some phone numbers under the left inside leg of my desk. Can you get them and toss them, will you?
Consider it done. And do you want me to come and see you?
No. Don't bother, Stan. We'll be out any day now. Thanks.
Yes. Dad, can I please come with Mom?
I don't know. Let me talk to your mother.
She's right here. I'll see you later, Mom.
See you, Mom.
Okay. Hi.
Should I tell him?
Yeah, I know.
You think I should say that I...
I'll tell him.
Just do it.
Okay. Listen. Dad says he's getting out on bail Thursday, so it's just 2 more days. Can you try to be patient, sweetie? Hi.
How are the children?
Not great. They don't want to take the bus. They don't want to go to school. All they do is fight and defend you.
You think this is a picnic for me?
I don't want to argue, Stuart. Everything is too hard.
I hope you brought me some money. I need money to get along around here.
Where would I get money? We wouldn't even have food if my mother hadn't sent me $500.
Well, I hope you spent a little bit of it for a carton of cigarettes for the guard. If I supply him with cigarettes...
Do you even care what's been happening to us? I have to put the house up for sale, file for bankruptcy.
Are you accusing me of not taking care of my family?
Just take it easy, Stuart.
Relax, Melody. I'll be out of here on Thursday. I'll take care of everything.
Excuse me, I'm not done yet. Who do you think you are, Miss Queen Bee? Well, at least my father's not in jail. Did you see him get arrested in University Highway? Just mind your own
Hey, back off. Get out of here. You two, go on.
Thanks.
You all right?
Yeah.
Why don't we get out of here? Gotta warm up a little.
Where do you want to go?
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
about the beach.
Okay.
Okay.
Melody?
Oh, Ben. I wanted to tell you the children love the lobsters.
Oh, great, great. No, not the champagne, too, I hope.
No, afraid it's going to take a little more than champagne to lift their spirits.
Yeah. Well, what would it take to lift your spirits? How about a drink?
No. No, thanks.
Well, how you managing?
Oh, living off credit cards. At least until they pull the plug. I really can't believe what's happening.
Well, that job offer still stands if you're interested.
I don't know. Stu's bail hearing is tomorrow. I'm kind of hoping he's going to be coming home.
Right. Stu's wife doesn't work.
You don't need a singer.
No, but I could use a hostess that sings. Hey. I'm sorry, that's not part of the deal. Boy, that was entirely inappropriate. It's just an impulse. I'm sorry. Friends?
Friends.
Okay. Come on, I'll get you a drink. Come on. Come on.
Your Honor, as indicated by the witnesses and by the scores of letters from the business community, I think it's clear that the Woodman brothers pose no threat to society, nor is it at all likely that they will flee.
Your Honor, to reiterate, we will be asking for the death penalty. The people strongly recommend that bail be denied.
There are medical grounds for requesting bail, Your Honor. Stuart Woodman has hypertension and requires medication.
Are the Homick brothers represented here?
Yes, Your Honor. Since they have both been denied bail on other charges in Nevada, we do not wish to argue.
Very well. Because of the premeditated nature of this crime, bail is hereby denied. Order, please. The counsels have nothing further. This hearing is dismissed.
All right.
On the subject of the important move we were to make, wishing to... I need $20.
JC, I told you, I don't have it.
Dad always gave it to us.
Dad isn't going to be home for a while.
Dad didn't do it. Why are we keeping him?
I'm gonna tell Dad you won't give us any money.
I don't have it. Do you understand? I don't have any money.
Who's going to take care of us?
I don't know. It's gonna be okay. It's all gonna work out.
Sure. Sure.
Melody Woodman?
Yes.
Court order, ma'am. The automobiles are being repossessed.
How can you just do this? I haven't had any warning. I haven't been told anything. You guys go upstairs. I'll take care of this. Go!
The bank has also assumed title to your house, ma'am. You have 72 hours to vacate, taking only personal belongings.
Leave the house?
Yes, ma'am.
For good?
For good.
Stay tuned, because up next on True Movies 1, Bloodlines, Murder in the Family Part 2. Alternatively on True Movies 2, The Man Next Door. And on True Entertainment, Presumed Guilty.